Miner 2049er has more to offer than comically awesome death jumps. While superficially similar to Donkey Kong, this game is about tricky platforming. Puzzle platforming, really. Not that you have to solve puzzles outside of the platforming parts, it's that the whole game board is a puzzle. Miner 2049er was created by Bill Hogue for the Atari 800 in 1982, and as a kid the Atari 8-bit version was the one I played a ton of, but it also saw release on all the popular systems of its day. The original Atari version and many other adaptations have 10 levels, but the Atari 2600 version has only 6, which were released as 2 separate cartridges, and the TI 99.4A version had just 8 stages. I know, TI, you got a raw deal. But this ColecoVision version actually goes up to 11 distinct stages of single-screen puzzle platforming as you take control of Bounty Bob, who is adventuring into an abandoned uranium mine on the trail of the infamous Yukon Yohan. To complete a level, you have to paint in all the areas of the framework by simply running over them, although Bounty Bob doesn't run so much as scamper. Throughout the levels, you'll have to make difficult jumps, climb ladders, take elevators, and also avoid dangerous mutant creatures who will kill you instantly with just a touch. But for some reason, if you grab one of the tools placed in the stage, the mutants will turn happy for a short period of time, which allows you to kill them, but at least they died smiling. Miner 2049er's audio visuals are pretty basic. The graphics are simple and plain, but goofy enough to be enjoyable, while the sounds are just a mixture of typical video game bloops and noisy footsteps. But this game is all about the gameplay. All the levels, even the simple early stages, are about figuring out the best way to go to complete the level as fast as possible before the timer runs out. While the first couple are quite easy, there's usually going to be room for improvement. Later levels really get tricky, and at first it can be a challenge just to complete the board in time, and if you don't, you have to start the stage over from the beginning. But as you play more, you'll figure out a way to complete it before time runs out, and then the question becomes, can it be done faster? And the answer is usually yes. There might be many different ways to get through a stage, but some are more efficient than others. There can be a lot of trial and error involved, as it's not always obvious which jumps are possible to make, or which area might end up being a dead end that can only be finished as the last part. And that's really where the fun is, it's figuring out the puzzle, and it can be pretty satisfying once you do. I really liked Miner 2049er on the Atari 8-bit back in the 80s, and this ColecoVision adaptation is really fun as well. The control is simple and good, and it's a great title for the system. If you're a fan of Miner 2049er but played it on a different system, I think you'd like this version. Although there will be differences in the level design, sometimes small, other times quite significant. This game had changes on all the different systems it appeared on. But the essence of the puzzle platforming gameplay is still there. So get in that uranium mine and find it.
If you dare!
Okay, there was absolutely no need for me to do that.
But I did it anyway!